This is, unfortunately, a very difficult time in our economy. Some of you saw the jobs numbers on Friday. The fact is, and I don't have to tell you all this because you've been experiencing it for a few years now, we're living through the weakest economic recovery since the Great Depression. It's really sad. When you look at the numbers on Friday, we had unemployment numbers come out that showed we only created about 80,000 jobs in this country. That's not enough jobs to account for people coming into the workforce. In other words, we're losing ground. When you add up the last 3 months together, it's the worst quarter of employment numbers that we've had for 2 years. We also heard some bad news last week about manufacturing. Manufacturing actually dropped last week for the first time since the month after the recovery began. So for the first time in 3 years, we actually saw a dip in manufacturing. And yet the president's out there saying, private sector's fine. He needs to get out more. Private sector's not fine. He needs to talk to the people in this room. He needs to go on the shop floor in Ohio. He needs to talk to small business people who are struggling, trying to make ends meet in an economy that's not doing fine. So we all love this country. I believe the president loves this country. I believe he thinks he's doing the right thing. But frankly, I don't think he gets it. I don't think he understands how the private economy works. To say it's doing fine and to say the real problem is the public economy needs to have more of a stimulus indicates that the lessons have not been learned. We gave him the ball. The American people gave him the ball at a time when he was inheriting a tough economy, let's be honest. But in my view, he fumbled the ball. It's time to give the ball to somebody else who's got a game plan, who's got a strategy to be able to turn things around, and who understands because he has the experience and the record and the public policy positions to do it. And that's why I'm supporting Mitt Romney. So something's not working. It's time to try something else. And again, I think it goes right to the policies that are making it more difficult to create jobs. Some people say, well, the president's not doing enough to create jobs. I think it's worse than that. I think what we are doing in Washington, what the president's advocating, and what the Democrats have passed, is making it more difficult to create jobs. And we need to follow Ronald Reagan's example, and we need to enact aggressive pro-growth policies to get us out of this mess. And that's not more government spending. It's not what President Obama and the Democrats have pursued, which is not just more government spending, but more regulations, more taxes, more anti-business rhetoric, more class warfare. We saw it again yesterday. Just, right across the way here, we had the President of the United States telling us again that the way to get out of the economic problems we're in is to raise taxes on small business owners. And some of them are in this room.